Hi guys, welcome again to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well today. So in today's tutorial, we're going to be drafting an off-shoulder bodice pattern. And if you're new to the channel, you're welcome. This is Donlarrie, and here on this channel we share pattern drafting, sewing tutorials and DIYs. Consider subscribing guys, and also remember to turn on the notification bell so that anytime we upload a new video you will be notified. So guys, let's jump straight into today's tutorial. Alright guys, so to achieve this pattern drafting, you're going to be needing the following measurements. You will need your bust circumference measurement. So I'm going to show you on this dress form. So you will take your bust circumference measurement. So you're going to be measuring around your bust like so. So around your bust. You will need your waist circumference measurement. So you take the measurement around your waist like this. And also you're going to be needing your waist length measurement, which is from your shoulder down to your waist. And also you will need your bust length measurement from your shoulder to your bust like this. You will need your bust distance measurement from one nipple to another like this. And also you will need your shoulder measurement, that is from one of your shoulder tip to another like this. And also you will need your off shoulder circumference measurement. So we are assuming we are taking this measurement on this dress form with the dress form arms. So you will take your off shoulder round measurement like this. All right, so these are the measurements you're going to be needing to achieve this pattern. So once you've taken your measurement, the next thing is to start drafting. And as you can see on this pattern paper, I already draft out like a dartless pattern here. So the top line here is the shoulder line. This line here is the upper chest line. I have a tutorial on the channel that will show you step by step how to draft your basic bodice pattern, and also a tutorial that will show you how you can draft your armhole curve. So that will show you how you can achieve your upper chest line. So this is the bust line measurement, and this is the waist line measurement. So once you've done this, the next thing you want to do is to create the neckline for the off shoulder pattern. So the first thing is to measure the neck depth. So depending on how low you want your off shoulder pattern to be. So this is our top line, which is the shoulder line. So from this line you can measure, depending on how deep you want the neckline to be, you can measure 5 inches, 6 inches, up to 8 inches, depending on how you want it. So in this tutorial I will go with 6 inches like this. So once you've marked that 6 inches, then you come to your shoulder seam line. This is our shoulder seam line, and from this tip of the shoulder you're going to be measuring 2.5 inches like that. So once you've measured 2.5 inches, then you can connect the neckline. So depending on the neckline you want, you can make it a round neckline, you can make it anyhow you want it. So for this tutorial I'll be drafting like a sweetheart neckline. So you can see the way I'm placing my French curve like this. So depending on your neck, on the type of neckline you want. So once you've drawn out the neckline curve, then the next thing you want to do is to come again to this mark, and then depending on the width of the sleeve that you want. So I'll be going with 2.5 inches. So from here now I will mark 2.5 inches like this. So 2.5 inches will be the width of the sleeve. So once you've marked the width of the sleeve that you want to attach to the bodice, which is 2.5 inches in my own case, the next thing we want to do is to create the armhole curve. But before you create the armhole curve, you're going to be inputting your bust measurement. So you're going to be dividing your bust measurement here now, divided by 4. 38 divided by 4 will give me 9.5 inches. So you come to your upper chest line, input 9.5 inches plus 1/4 inch is allowance like this, and then you come to your bust line measurement, then you input your bust measurement divided by 4, which is 9.5 inches like this. So once you've done that, you come to your waistline. So you're going to be dividing your waist measurement by 4. My whole waist measurement divided by 4 will be 7 3/4 inch. So now come to your waistline, and on your waistline you're going to be inputting your waist measurement divided by 4, so which is 7 3/4 inch in my own case, and then I will be adding the dart allowance of 1 3/4 inch to it. So depending on the dart intake you want to add to your pattern. So now I will have 9.5 inches. So I will come to my waist measurements and mark 9.5 inches like this, and then you can go ahead and connect the side line like this, and then now go ahead and create your off shoulder armhole cuff like this. So once you've done this, then the next thing you want to do now is to place the dart. So you come to your bust line and input your bust distance measurement, which is 8 inches in my own case. So you're going to be dividing this into 2. Then I will have 4 inches. So here I will mark 4 inches and 1/4 inch to it. So 4 inches and 1/4, that is 4.25 inch, and I'm going to square down a line and then you come to your waistline and input your dart intake. So in my whole case I added a total of 1 3/4 inch dart intake to this pattern. So at this side I will be marking 3/4 inch, that is towards the center front. Remember, this is our center front. And then towards the side seam I'm going to mark 1 inch like that. Can you see that? And then this is our bust point. So on the bust point you will mark down 3/4 inch, that is to create ease around the bust area. So I'll go ahead now and connect this together. Once you've done that, then we're going to be creating another dart intake at the upper part of our bodice, and to achieve that, come to your shoulder seam line. So here in my own case, my shoulder seam line is 4 1/4 inch. So I will go ahead and find the middle point of this, which is around here, and once you've done that, you're going to be connecting that point straight to the bust point like that. So the next thing you want to do now is to mark 1 inch from your bust point like this, and then you're going to be marking a total dart intake of 1 inch here. So ½ inch at this side, ½ inch at the other side. So here I will mark ½ inch, then you connect that to this mark like that, and then also here you will mark ½ inch, and then now you're going to be measuring your dart leg from here to here. So this is 6 inches in my own case. So whatever you mark from there to there, that is what you will mark from here to here. So if I mark 6 inches now, this is what we have, and then I'm going to connect that point, because by the time you join the two dart leg together, if you don't do it that way, one will be shorter than the other. So whatever that leg you have here, that is the same thing you should mark at the other side. So once you've done that, then you're going to reshape the neckline that you mark here. So I will reshape that neckline like so. Okay, so I hope you understand this. So now we are done with the front bodice. So now we are done with the front pattern. Then we quickly draft the back pattern before we draft the sleeve. Okay, so now as you can see, I've already draft out like a darkless back pattern here as well. So this is the same shoulder line. You have the same shoulder line. So this is the shoulder line. I just extended the line, and then this is our upper chest line. So just extend those lines. This is the bust line. You extend the bust line, and then on the waistline, you can see the back waistline is shorter than the front waistline, because if you take your measurement, your back waist measurement will be shorter than what you have on the front, because you have bust at the front. So my back waist measurement is 1.5 inches shorter than what I have on the front. So my front waist length measurement from my shoulder tip to my front waistline is 16.5 inches, and that of my back is 15 inches. That is why this is shorter than what we have here. All right, so let's continue. Depending on what you want for the back, so you can make the back maybe like 4 inches. The neck depth for the back, you can make it 4 inches, and you can make it 5 inches depending on what you want. So I will mark 5 inches here, and then you come to your shoulder tip, the same 2.5 inches that you measured here. That is what you will go ahead and measure here, like that. And then I will connect the back. So you can make the back straight, you can make it curve, you can just be creative with it. So I'm just going to connect this like this to create the back neckline. So we've created the back neckline, and also you're going to input the sleeve width measurement, which is 2.5 inches in my own case. The same thing that you measured here, that is what you will measure here. And then we're going to quickly input our measurements. So here I will input my bust divided by 4, and I will add 1/4 inch to that. So the same thing that you mark here, that is what you will mark here. And then I will go to the bust line. I will input my bust measurements, and then I will come to my waist line for the back. So my waist divided by 4, my waist measurement divided by 4 is 7.75 inch, and then I will add 1 inch dart intake for the back, like this. And then I'm going to connect that. So once you've done that, you can go ahead and create the armhole cuff. Like that. So now you're going to be placing your dart. So for the dart, for the back dart, I will mark 4 inches, and then I will also add 1/4 inch to it, like I did for the front. So I'm going to square this line up, and then I will mark 1 inch dart intake for the back. So 1/2 inch at this side, 1/2 inch at this side, and I will also go up by 1 inch from my upper chest line, like this. And then you draw your dart leg, like that. So now we've placed the back dart. So once you've done that, then the 1.5 inch difference that you have here, you're going to be taking that away from the front side, because you want this side seam line to be the same thing. So if I measure what I have here now, this is 6 inches, and I come here, I will mark 6 inches, and then the remaining excess that you have, you're going to be eliminating that. So I will just connect that straight to the dart leg. So this is what your front bodies will look like. All right, so now we're going to be creating the sleeve. So to create the sleeve is very easy. So now you're going to be needing your off shoulder measurement that we take earlier, the off shoulder circumference measurement, which is 43 inches in my own case. So what you're going to be doing now, so our total off shoulder circumference is 43 inches, right? So you will measure the neck measurement you have here for the front and for the back separately. So this is the back, this is the front. So on the back, you will come here and measure the measurement that you have here. So as you can see here, I have 8 inches. Can you see that? 8 inches. So that 8 inches, remember that this is just one part of the back. By the time you open up the back, you will have a total of 16 inches. I hope you understand. So not to get confused, anything you measure here, just multiply it by 2. So here I have 8 inches, multiply by 2, I have 16 inches. Okay, so you come to the front and do the same thing. So here now I have 8.5 inches for the front. 8.5 inches for the front. And remember that we've taken away 1 inch for the dart. Like this. So you're going to be, whatever you measure from here now, you will minus 1 inch from it before you multiply it by 2. I have 8.5 inches. If I take away 1 inch from this, I will have 7.5 inches. So multiply that 7.5 inches. That will give me 15 inches. So if I add this up, I will have 31 inches. So now your total off shoulder circumference measurement, you're going to be taking away this 31 inches from it. And then I will be left with 12 inches. So now we have 12 inches, right? So you will further divide this 12 inches into 2, because half of this 12 inches we go for one arm, the other half we go for the second arm. So go ahead and divide this by 2. So I will have 6 inches. So it means 6 inches for this side, 6 inches for this side. So if we further divide this by 2, so we have 3 inches. The reason why we divided this 6 by 2 is because we're going to be drafting out just half of the 6. We can't draft out the whole 6 inches for our sleeve. It will be too wide. So we will draft out half of it to this, half of it to this part. So that is 3 inches. So now we're going to be inputting our sleeve. So to make it very easy and understandable for you, so just come to this mark that we marked earlier, connect these lines together. So now we're going to be inputting 3 inches that we mark. So on the top line, you will input 3 inches at this side, 3 inches at this side. And then to the down part, whatever you measure here, you will add half an inch or 3/4 inch to it. So I will go with 3/4 inch here. So 3 3/4 inch, 3 3/4 inch. So you can connect this, and then from this line you will go up by half an inch. From this line, from this point you go up by half an inch. So I'll do the same thing to this side. So, and we're going to be using our curved ruler to create that nice curved sleeve. Like this. So this is our new sleeve. This one, I'll just cross this out so you can see our nice curved sleeve that we have here. And then we do the same thing to this side. So as simple as this. Can you see that? So for the back, you're going to be adding zipper allowance to the back. Alright guys, so as you can see, we have our pattern cut out already. And this is the back, this is the front. So I've separated the side from the center front. And then as you can see, our pattern is a cut together with sleeve off shoulder pattern. So the good thing about this method is that you can use this method to achieve any type of off shoulder pattern you want. If you want your whole sleeve cut out separately, the bodice cut out separately, you can still achieve it with this method. So if you want it cut together with the sleeve, good to go with this method. But if you want it cut out separately, all you need to do is to take your French curve and place your French curve on the armhole curve that you have here. That will be the guide for you. Okay, so all you need to do is to place it like I place it here, and then you just mark it from here and connect that. Can you see that? So you come to the front, you do the same thing here. So that is the easiest way of achieving it. Can you see that? So if you are cutting the sleeve out, you're going to be cutting your sleeve from here, from this dotted mark to this side, and then you're going to be cutting your sleeve on fold if you are using that method. So and I think that is the method you are going to be using so that you can understand it better. So you will cut your sleeve on fold, and also here you will cut your sleeve on fold. And if I want this sleeve again, I want this off shoulder again as a cut together, all I will do is just to sellotape it, and then I have my cut together pattern again. So I'll go ahead and cut this out, and then I will show you guys the final look of this pattern. Okay guys, so as you can see, I've cut it out on the fabric, and this is the front pattern. I cut it on fold, as you can see it. So you will cut the center front on fold and add your seam allowance around the pattern, and also you place a notch at the bust point. That will be a guide for you when you want to sew it. So you had your seam allowance around the side front as well. So this is the sleeve pattern. You will cut two pieces, both the front and the back sleeve, they are the same. So to the back pattern, go ahead and add your seam allowance around the pattern, and then you are good to go. Alright guys, so this is the final look of our off shoulder pattern. It really came out well. I hope you guys find this tutorial helpful. If yes, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share this video with your friends and family, and if you are yet to subscribe to the channel, make sure you do so. Until I see you guys in another tutorial, do have a wonderful day. And this is how beautiful the back is. Alright guys, take care. Bye.